Hey, what's going on, brother?
What is happening?
Hey, another day in paradise. Another day in paradise. I see that we have a lot of people that were already in the chat, and I thought I was being funny earlier when I put first in there, but I guess I wasn't.
Yeah, I did see that funny because you know me. I set up both screens. To view both lives at the same time, and all of a sudden I looked on mine. I'm like, WayneKo first. I'm like, oh, good Lord.
I thought I was being funny. I guess I wasn't. I guess I wasn't.
So hold on. I gotta notice a comment right here, and I didn't even realize he was down there that low. Guys, I'm gonna mention this probably a couple times in this live. Jesse Lou Comics and Pops, get over to him. He's only 14 away from 300. Go help him out.
14 away. Yesy Lou, are you gonna do like a giveaway for the 14? You have to let us know real quick. Did you pick up any pops from the drop today, from the 12 days or whatever it is, the 12 days of the holiday?
I did. I have not been very successful lately on doing these 12 days of nonsense, as I like to call it. But I think there's only one other day I tried, and that was the day I was at Magic Kingdom. I think it was Wednesday. Wednesday. I went to Magic Kingdom, and I just happened to be there when I was 2 o'clock, and I'm like, let me try for Captain Crunch soda pop. Yeah, that didn't work. I was like, okay, well, I didn't get that. Let me try for Spider-Man. Yeah, that didn't work. So I'm like, whatever. I'm not heartbroken over it by any means. But today I did jump on there, and I did find out because you had said before these live things, it's hard to do with your cell phone, and I was doing it with my cell phone at Magic Kingdom. No success. But today, I got Chester Cheetah right away, no problems. Really didn't even sit in the whole line part, and I was straight through in about maybe 60 seconds.
I have just about had zero success at doing these on my cell phone. And it wasn't until actually me and you were talking one time, and you were like, oh, well, I did it on my laptop. And I went, well, why ain't I using my computer? Since I've started using my computer, I have no problems. I get in, I get out. The only thing that I've discovered that'll hang you up if you're just not careful, if you start like trying to click the little what is that little icon up front, the refresh key too soon, if you start trying to like, I want to say spam
it puts you into like this, because it did it to me today. I just kept hitting that refresh button, and just about at 159 put me in this we're in maintenance mode,
almost timeout.
What the hell?
Yeah.
And then also I went back and it let me right in. I was like, okay, all right.
So good. I actually think that is a defense for bots. Because that bot has to be constantly trying to jam the website, right? It
did that right at 159. Right? Look, I was like 159. Yep. Wait, what the hell?
That's the one thing that I discovered, that if you try and spam it and you keep hitting that refresh, that it puts you in some kind of crazy timeout. So if you'll just wait until the exact time and then do it, I get in, I get what I want, and I go. I mean, that would be my suggestion to everybody. Just wait a second, use a computer or a laptop. Stay off your cell phone.
I'm impatient. There's some sort of satisfaction.
I did the same thing.
Clicking.
Look, I did the same thing. I was guilty of the same thing. And it did it to me twice. I didn't just do it once. I had to do it twice before I was like, I think that it's trying to tell me I'm spamming it. And they look, if you wait until the exact time, you'll get right into it. I mean, it won't do that. And we're in maintenance, timeout nonsense.
Very much. And yes, that's not my first time in timeout, and it probably won't be my last.
Well, I mean, that's what it feels like. The second time it did it to me, I was almost in a panic, and I was trying to like back out.
Yeah. Like, no, you tried to backtrack real fast. Like, wait, what's going on here?
Right. So, which one did you manage to pick up today? Do you want to tell us, or do you want to like keep that one for a video?
No, I got the Chester Cheetah. I'll still be opening it up on camera at some point. I've actually got a lot of Funko boxes coming my way right now. I mean, I finally got my 8 box of 8 from Black Friday, and then I've got some more that I ordered. I've just been ordering from Funko lately. I don't know why. So I've got a bunch of boxes coming.
That makes 2 of us. For some reason, I've been on like this whole like Funko thing lately, where I still have some coming from Entertainment Earth, but it just seems like lately my majority is coming from Funko. And then I kind of feel bad that I've canceled a few orders to order my stuff off of Funko too.
Hey, it's all about if I can find it cheaper somewhere else, why not go and get it?
I agree. So is that your first Chester cheese? Because I was reading today that I didn't know that there was actually 3 of them already.
It's the same exact mold. They just keep changing the outer. I think there's like a flocked, and this is the diamond, the sparkly diamond edition. This is my first Chester Cheetah.
So
I pretty much got it, to be honest with you. I pretty much got it because I thought it looks cool. I like the icons. I mean, Chester Cheetah. I mean, who isn't a Cheetos fan of some point? Some one shape, flavor, whatever of another. But it's one of these things where I got it. It'll probably look good up on the shelf, but I'm thinking I kept it in the back of my head. Well, I may hold that off for a giveaway, maybe a Patreon giveaway somewhere down the line or something else. Who knows? But I wouldn't be. I would like it on my shelf, but I wouldn't be heartbroken if it was off my shelf. Like unlike maybe like my Jack here. No, that's not coming off the shelf.
It's not coming off the shelf.
No, there's no chance in hell that's coming off the shelf.
Well, so let me ask you another question because we're talking about there's 3 of them. Do you feel that you need all 3 of them? Because I'm kind of in this strange position to where I feel like once I've gotten one of them, because I like the ad icons also, and I've already got him, and he's not flocked. I mean, he's just I guess a regular one. I don't feel like I need the other ones.
If you're a big icon person and you gotta have all those icons, maybe I mean that's kind of like me with the zombies. I've got multiples of pretty much the same thing, just small changes, and and I'll collect them because I love the zombies. I'll do the multiples all day long. I mean, it sucks from Funko because essentially, like my Wolverines, they're the same exact mold.
I feel like they pulled a fastest on us there, though.
Huh?
I feel like they pulled a fast one on us when it
comes
to
I mean, it's the same exact pop, just one has some glow in the dark features. It's not like it's fully glow in the dark, it just has some glow in the dark features. It's not huge. But and I think the same thing. Oh, Mysterio has a cool difference between the brain glowing and stuff like that. But like I said, for me, I'm okay with that. But if you're a big icon, you may want all the different versions of it. I'm not going to be. If I have one Chester Cheetah in my collection, I'm probably okay.
That's kind of where I'm at with it. But going to the zombies, I feel like they pulled a fast one on us because I have a couple of them that are exactly the same too, except they have that glow. If they would have released the glow first, I would have never had the other one. And I think they knew that. I think they knew that if they'd have released the glow to begin with, you wouldn't have bought the other ones. But I'm sure there's a lot of people that want all of the Chester cheese, and hey, that's okay, right? I mean, that's absolutely okay. So, is there any other new pops you picked up? Any on pre-order?
I think I bought one at Disney the other day. It's not the Walt. I'm gonna put that to bed right now. That I did not get a Walt. In fact, that they did the launch. I know Captain Pops went out and he drove up here to do it. Unfortunately, that morning I had a appointment I had to get to, so I was not able to do the giveaway. And I was hoping they maybe have some extras or maybe they'll get more. But yeah, I wasn't able to get the Walt. Wasn't able to secure one. So it is what it is. But when I was at Magic Kingdom, because I have a couple of the Black Widow pops, so I found one, her sister, that I didn't have yet.
I don't think they're going to have another release of the Walt. I think that was going to be a one-time thing. I think that they kind of already did, right? They did a pre-order. Now they did this one. Sometimes they do a third wave, but you can never count on that third wave.
Yeah.
I mean, you just can't count on that third wave. But hey, at least you picked up some more Black Widow pops.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, I'll grab what I can and stuff like that. I mean, I found that I liked it and I went from there. Was on the hunt a little bit. I didn't film it. But I was on the hunt a little bit for that newer Marty McFly. Again, this going back to what we have talked about, because, again, the same thing. Marty McFly. I love everything Back to the Future. That newest one that Target got was the same exact pop as the silver hat future Marty. It's just the hat's now like rainbowy.
I didn't get it because of that. I
want it because the hat's different, but
I know, but in the movie it was rainbow, so they should have did the original rainbow versus the silver that they did. So I protested that one, and I'm going to continue protesting it just because it's that very slight variance, and it just I don't agree with it.
I know we still haven't done the chat. I've been hitting, but this is good information here. It says Victor and Box says they'll get more Walt. Called up Disney today. Late January 2021. So I mean, I don't know if that's just going to be online, or they're going to give it out at the Disney parks. I know that a lot of times, sometimes, especially since both, even though it's a Disneyland pop, both coasts got it. We did get a whole bunch, from what I understand, out here, but that line was like damn I think when Captain Pops got into it, it was like in the middle of Disney Springs.
I think that had a lot to do with the fact that California's been under such stringent lockdown. So it is why
I think they definitely moved a lot of product here just because they knew they could get rid of it a lot faster.
So did you see the new Funko albums that came out? You know, those have kind of become like my new soda. So
I know you're big on them, and hold on. Let's hold that thought real quick because I know we've kind of ignored this chat over here a little bit. Let's hit up this chat shout out real fast before I get completely lost because this chat is getting long. So I'm gonna hold on because I actually got. I do want to talk on that a little bit, but
let's go.
So first of all, we had early on. We had Aiden.
How you doing, brother?
Not founder YT. Welcome to the show. I haven't seen you on here before, but welcome. Hopefully you continue to come check us out. Of course, we had the weirdo from WayneKo Studios.
Yeah, some weird guy in there.
We have our buddy from Jesse Lou Comics and Pops. Always, again, if you guys are just coming in, get over to Jesse Lou Comics and Pops. He is, I think, only 14 away from 300 subs. Let's help him out. He's got fantastic videos over there. We've got the instigator of all instigators, the Bearded Barbarian. We've got another newer person, Elijah Boy. Welcome to the chat.
I was going to say Bo, so I'm glad you said Boy.
Boy. I don't know.
It's definitely Boy. You're right.
Okay. I don't know. I could be completely wrong. We've got the human fact checker, JKL Awesome. Who else we got? We got Hail to the Kingdom. We've got Chase's Kingdom. We got Geeky Comic Guy. He's been here a couple times. He gets some real good information I've seen from before. Same thing with Southern Comic Geek. Another fantastic channel. If you're into comics and stuff like that, both of those right there. Geeky Comic Guy and Southern Comic Geek, fantastic channels. We've got our good buddy from over in, and I know I screw this up every time. I believe he's in Ireland.
He's in Ireland.
He's in Ireland. We've got Pops Heat. Of course, I think we brought this up earlier. We've got Victor Unbox. What's up, man? How you doing? Of course, we got Fabian's Funko Pops. He was in our panel last week for Star Wars Mandalorian. Man, can you believe that's almost over? 2 more episodes.
I might cry a little.
Hey, I'm not crying because I got WandaVision coming up next month. So but I'm not going into anything. Mind you, we're not going to talk anything about the new because that is going to be on Techbot After Dark. That's a sole topic for Techbot After Dark is the Disney investor meetings, which huge announcements.
Huge announcements.
All right, we're almost done. We're almost done, I think. Okay, where we go? That just
you're on, Fabian.
I think we're caught up. I don't see any in 5 minutes. Oh no, we got one more. Sorry, LA Pops. What is going on, LA Pops? Thank you for joining the chat. All right, now albums. Now I know you are big on the albums.
I am. I want the first 10.
I think there's only one that really like stands out to me that when it released, I was like, I have to have that pop, and that's the Linkin Park. Because Linkin Park was, I mean, I remember watching them. You know, I know you did on a video once before. You didn't like their live, but I remember being a big Linkin Park fan before they were even Linkin Park, and when they were Hybrid Theory. So I've been following that band since the late '90s, and I was just a huge fan of them. Very sad when you know what happened to Chester and stuff like that. But hopefully, maybe we'll eventually ever get something. But that one for sure, I want. What is it? I think the newest one is My Chemical Romance, and what's the other one?
So it's the Black Parade and
the My Chemical Romance Black Parade.
It's the Black Parade and by Chemical Romance, and then the News of the Year by Queen.
Yeah,
which is both really cool ones. And then so I was kind of gonna like tiptoe into this one because Big Apple Collectibles is actually selling the Carter 3 right now, and I don't know if you know this, but I'm a huge Little Wayne fan. I've seen him live twice now. He's kind of like right up in there with my 5-finger death punch.
Is it Carter? But I thought Carter 3 was like Jay-Z, isn't it?
No, that's Little Wayne. That's all of the Carters are Little Wayne. So, but here's the thing: it hasn't been released anywhere. So you're not seeing it on Entertainment Earth. You're not seeing it on Funko
So
site.
is it a true album?
They're selling it as the album. I mean, they show you the picture of Carter 3 on the album. You can pre-order it now through Entertainment or through not Entertainment or Big Apple Collectibles. So here is my question to you. Do you think that they're selling it in advance for something that hasn't really been released yet?
To me, that's one of two things. Either it's something that's not released yet, or they got some sort of hint on it, or two, maybe a exclusive. I know Big Apple does get some exclusives, not very many, because I know it costs a lot of money to get exclusive pops. But yeah, I don't that one I'm not completely sure on, to be honest with you. But I mean, I would assume.
Does that seem weird to you as well? I mean, because that just struck me as really weird. That
It's Big Apple, I would say yes. That strikes me as very odd. The fact that companies like maybe Pop in the Box or
no one else has
Entertainment Earth. I mean, especially Entertainment. I think those are my two that I go to if I didn't hear from it. I usually go to Pop in the Box or Entertainment Earth for a lot of like pre-ordering needs and stuff like that. Like I did pre-order that Iron Man. With his daughter and stuff like that, but yeah, those I haven't seen it at all. I mean, no, I take that back. I think I did hear something.
Well, it's been leaked that's going to be number 7 out of the set, and I got the only one right now that I'm totally missing is going to be number 3, which is going to be the AC/DC Back in Black, which is a Walmart exclusive. And you'd think that I have like connections at Walmart, so that shouldn't be a problem. It is a problem because we were talking about this before. Walmarts do not get every one of something. So some Walmarts will get a big shipment of it. Some Walmarts won't get any. Well, my Walmart has gotten none at this point, and the pre-orders have been sold out since they released on there. So I'm not real sure that I'm going to get that one. That might be my first going to the secondary market. I mean, but I've been put on a list, so if it does pop up, I'll get notified, but I don't really know. And
I would, to be honest with you, I think if you're really looking to that, I mean, other than eBay or something like that, I would keep an eye on Whatnot.
Well, I mean, right now I'm on a list, so so you can actually go to Walmart, and when they don't have something, that you can put yourself on a list that as soon as it becomes available, they will let you know. So I'm on the list for them to let me know when it comes available, if it comes available. But if not, then I will find somewhere else to find it.
And I know you and I were talking the other day about the whole Walmart thing because I mean, you did your video on going to get the 10-inch Deadpool, and you saw in your Walmart, you guys had pallets of 10 inches. Yes. The one right down the road from my house, I haven't seen a single one. No pallets, no nothing, none at all. So I'm going to have to start going and driving around to some of the different Walmarts in the area to find out where I can get those damn pops because I can't find it. Because what was funny is last year when they did the Deadpools, they had a ton of them. But
right, and that's what we were talking about. It seems as if they ship everything to one store, and then everybody else kind of either gets none or ones or twos. It's kind of wild how that works. I see that there's a couple of people over in the chat, though, that commented. One of them said that Big Apple's kind of shady. The other one said it's on their no-fly zone. Look, we totally agree with y'all.
We've said this about Big Apple before.
We totally agree with y'all. I know that the Lil Wayne album is a leaked, or look, it's supposedly a leaked. We have to be careful on what we call leaks and what we don't call leaks. You called me out on this just the other day on how the January the box isn't right. You know what I mean? We know that happens. So sometimes people leak things that they're not real leaks. People just kind of get out there and start leaking things just so that they can get their post reposted or their video rewatched or whatever it is they're doing. And so for a lot of you who don't know, Reddit is it's my going spot to go find like what I would consider leaks. And then sometimes I try and like make sure that they're in a reputable source, but not always. I mean, sometimes it really doesn't matter. But I don't know. We'll see. We'll see if it's Carter 3 is number 7 or not.
Yeah, like I said, I think the only one right now. I mean, the Black Sabbath one is kind of cool.
That's really cool.
Wouldn't mind that one, but definitely, I think the Linkin Park one is.
Are you an Ozzy fan?
Huh?
Are you an Ozzy fan?
In fact, Ozzy Osbourne was my very first concert I ever went to.
Was it really?
Junior high.
Wow, I would have never guessed that.
That was had to been like 95, 94, 95, somewhere in there. My first concert. It was in Massachusetts, at Foxwoods, I think, and it was Ozzy Filter, and this was Filter like first album Filter, and a band called Prong, which is completely dead by now. But yeah, that was my very first concert I ever went to, and I still remember to this day.
I would have never guessed that I did. Ozzy, you were a fan of Ozzy. I'm going to be completely honest with everybody. I've just never really been that big of a fan of Ozzy. I respect his music. I respect everything that he's done in the music world. I've just never been that huge of a fan.
I paid the big money dollar price when the Black Sabbath reunion tour came around.
Oh,
when Black Sabbath reunion tour came around, I think I dished out $150 for a ticket because it sold out in San Jose. And especially on the fact that you had Pantera back. That how long ago that was. They had Pantera.
It's been a while
for them. And if anyone's ever seen Pantera live, I mean, they were awesome. To just see all the front three come out of the floor of the stage and just rock it. I mean, the Black Sabbath is classic. They have some of the best opening songs, and I've probably seen Ozzy and Black Sabbath probably about at least 8 times a piece.
Guys, I've never seen him in concert. Never once seen him in concert. I see the bearded
as much anymore.
I see the bearded barbarian over. Bearded barbarian over there said his first concert was Elvis.
I
know that was wrong. He said he remembers when they taped Elvis to the chair and the only thing he could move with his fingers. Oh man, I had to take one real quick. So what is your mystery box pick of the week? What is it? You're gonna have
All
to
right. I didn't even get that screen propped up yet, but yes, I do have one. And actually this is one that I have. I do all the time. I absolutely love, and I think it's great. And some people may not be into it. Some people may, but I think it's an awesome mystery box. And this is what I go with. I'm going with Bam Box.
Bam Box.
Pick that up. There we go. I'm going with Bam Box. Now, Bam Box now. It's not necessarily a Funko mystery box, although I have pulled a signed Funko Pop from one of these boxes before. But the only reason I'm actually also putting this on is Bam Box is also very. They only do so many of any certain box, and for a long time, Bam Horror and Bam Geek, which are the two that I get, have been sold out. You couldn't get them. You couldn't even get it in on the list, and now they are officially open. You can get Bam Horror and Bam Geek. So I would definitely, if you've seen any of my videos on these, I know the Luau does some of them. If you like signed items, signature stuff, definitely get on these. But that Bam Geek and Bam Horror will sell out again. So if you're even thinking about this, I mean, for $30 a month, I think the best item I ever pulled from one of these was my signed. I think from my Bam Geek was my signed Squints from Sandlot. He had a signed hat that I got, and then I think from Bam Horror was a signed knife, an actual knife.
I seen the one with the knife. I really liked the knife. That was a really cool idea that they had, having the knife signed.
Now they do these ones, and if you want to get into it, like they even show what these are the December boxes. They give you basic information of what's going to be in them. I'm looking forward to the new Bam Geeks. We got Star Wars, we got Avenger Endgame. I mean, you can't get any better than that. And then of course you toss Bad Santa into it, and then who knows what you're gonna get with Ernest Saves Christmas. But it's usually great. It comes with usually 5 items in every box. You get a pin, prop, a little artist card, usually an artist signed print, and then of course an actual autograph from somewhere of some sort. Maybe a lot of times it's sometimes people that are in the background or something, who knows. But nonetheless, it's still cool to get cool, different things and stuff like that. And to me, I like the mystery of it. But they also do have one that is cool that they just announced called the Ultra Box. The Ultra Box is something that's going to continue to change. This is $100, so it's a little bit more, but it's you can already see right here, already out of stock. They're only releasing this every month, and you do not have to have a subscription to buy the Ultra Box. This is a standalone purchase, but again, they're only selling so many a month, so they are going pretty quick. This month was Masters of Horror.
Yeah, no, if I was into mystery boxes, I would definitely get into the BAM boxes. I've seen you pull a few of them, and like you said, the one with the sign knife, that was a really cool box.
Yeah, I thought there was like one of the like fake knives or something like that. I was like, oh wow, this is actually real.
You know, it's real knife. It made more sense like that. Real knife. It was pretty cool. But like I said, if I was into them, I would get into BAM box.
And Pop T said anime is new. Yes, anime is new. That's probably the other newest one. Bam Gamer before that is one of the newest ones. And I know Bearded Barbarian has he didn't have a bad experience because he got actually some really cool items, but he's got bad memories of his. They used to have what's called the big BAM box, which they did every other month. It was like $150.
Oh,
and I remember watching his video, and for some reason something happened. He got this really cool. I think it was a Star Wars one. And it was signed by the guy who did Emperor Palpatine.
right.
And apparently he threw the box away with it in there.
Oh,
yeah.
I would have been chasing that box down.
I think it already went on the garbage. It's probably bringing up bad memories for him, but yeah, that was one of it. But that I got to change it out from time to time. I know I've done other ones like Z boxes, but BAM box is probably one of my ultimate non-Funko mystery boxes. So I will continue doing these because I do enjoy them.
It sounds cool. Like I said, if I was into mystery boxes, I would definitely get into those. Have you seen that they just started the whole popability at the Funko HQ in Hollywood? Don't you want to talk about that for a minute?
Hold on. Beer Barbarian, thanks for reminding me. Hey,
you're welcome. That's what we're here for, brother.
Popability, dude. I don't know. I'm not sold on it. I mean, maybe I got to see a little bit more about it. It's too new. I mean, yeah, it's cool. You can kind of make your own Funko and stuff like that. But you know, it's like Mr. Potato Head for Funkos, and I don't know. I don't get it. I don't know. To me, I collect Funkos for the different items that I like and kind of maybe whether they have sentimental value to me or whatnot. But I don't really need one of myself. I'm a big guy. I don't think they have a Funko that fat.
Okay, so I have been in love with the whole like popping yourself since they started it on their website, right? So you can go onto their website and you can do the pop yourself, or you like pick out if you look at the pop myself on the website versus like what my logo looks like now, it's really crazy. I got like this purple beard and it's way out there somewhere. So I made it look nothing like me. I think I just kind of made up this character. So I was thinking when they started the whole popability that you were going to be able to do it online. You were to go online, make your character, they'll send it to you, what have you. But it's only going to be available at the Funko HQ in Hollywood. I think that's garbage. I'm going to stand with it. That's garbage. It's just garbage. Once again, I feel like if we live on the West Coast or the West Coast, if we live on the East Coast or Midwest, we just get shit on.
Well, I think they're probably going to be using a similar technology that Disney used out here when they did Pandora, because they actually have a machine that actually you can stand in a spot and they'll actually scan you, and it'll take your features and make you into a avatar action figure.
Right.
And so I'm assuming they're going to use probably similar technology to it. I mean, yeah, maybe that's their way to try to drive people to go to Funko Hollywood. And of course, you're not going to be able to do that right now, of course, but everything will lock down. But I don't know. Like I said, I don't know what they're going to charge for that. I mean, I would think
it's $25.
Really, only $25?
Yes, and they're not doing any kind of 3D scanning. So they set up these stations. They put a video on Instagram. So if anybody hasn't seen the video, go check the video out when you get a minute. So they basically have these stations. You'll walk up, you'll grab this little paper like your lottery slip, and you'll go and you'll write your numbers down for your head, your body, your legs, and then you can pick these little accessories. They have this little Freddy like that you can put in your hand. and then they just build it in a back room somewhere. So there's some little elves in a back room somewhere that get your slip, and they just put the little pieces together, and then they put it in a custom box and charge you $25, which I'm still going to say is really cool, but it's garbage that I can't go there and do it.
I'm kind of right here with Chase on this. Is that I've seen people get custom pops done. Says if I'm going to pay for a custom pops, I'm going to pay for a good custom pop rather than where they swap machine styles out. It's basically same mold and stuff like that. Just swapping certain things out. Like I said, I've seen like Bearded Pops got a really cool custom one before, stuff like that. I would rather pay for a nice, good custom one, to be honest with you. But that's just me. I'm not crying about that it's all the way over there, but
I am. I'm definitely crying about it. And I'm going to continue crying about it. And I'm okay with the fact that I'm crying about it.
But I think that is definitely a market that I think Funko is missing. I think, especially, there's so many. I mean, hell, bring it down to Florida here, because there's so many companies coming down here that have only either been on the West Coast or something like that. I mean, yeah, we get a lot of people out here. So why not open up a huge Funko Hollywood style store out here in like Florida? It would only make sense. Give people on the East Coast where they don't have to travel cross country to be able to get these. Because I've seen videos of people going to Funko Hollywood, and I'm jealous that I can't go to Funko Hollywood.
So I've got an idea for any kid that's wanting to make a living that doesn't want to get paid minimum wage to work somewhere. You should go online and take orders to make people's pops, and then you just have them fill out the slip, and then you just deliver the slip, and then charge them a $10 markup. You really need to think about this. This is a great idea. this is an awesome. Look at Chris shaking his head. I put some thought into this, and you can charge a $10 scalping fee, and I promise you, everyone would pay it. Everyone would pay it. Just if anybody's listening, remember that I'll pay you a $10 scalper fee for that one. I've been wanting my own pop since they put that on the website. But going into my pop pick of the week is going to be the Thailand Mickey. Have you had a chance to see the Thailand Mickey yet?
I have, and I was just actually commenting on something because when I was looking for what I want to do for my pop pick of the week, I actually found, and I know you're going to tell me how you found it, but I just accidentally ran across what was it? It was and I know a Kronos Toys. Kronos Toys is selling it for $20.
I have this crazy ability to search Google through different terms and just continuously do it until I find what I want to find, and that's how I found it. I kept searching until I found like the answer that I wanted. And what I found was that it's going to come from the Playhouse, and then it's TH, so Playhouse TH. I don't know if that's a real word or whatever it is. So it's playhouseTH.com is where it's going to be exclusive to, or at least it was supposed to be. You say that you found it somewhere else. Where'd you find it?
Kronos Toys.
Kronos Toys. So I didn't know that it was there. So it's are they currently selling it now?
Yeah, I'm bringing it up right now. Yeah, $20. So in fact, they've dropped it down in price. They had it for $25, and now they're selling it for $19.
Kronos Toys. So I'm gonna have to go check them out when we get off of here.
Chrono Toys.
Chrono Toys. So the funny part is it's not supposed to be available until December the 15th. So that's when they're supposed to like release the pre-orders. So maybe they have an inside, or maybe they've already bought
it does say estimated ship date is mid-December.
Oh, okay. Well, so it tells me that maybe they got some bots that are cranked up, or maybe they've already purchased some. I don't really know.
Maybe they had purchased. You said limited edition Mickey Go from Thailand only. So maybe they acquired some in advance, and they just, I guess, weren't selling them very much. I think he's actually really cool, to be honest with you.
Do you have a picture of him right there?
Yeah, let me bring that up.
Yeah, pull that picture up. So I've actually been trying to figure out how to get these pops, like the Jollibee. Jollibee's out there. I've yet to figure out how to grab a Jollibee unless I'm paying some stupid scalper fee to get my hands on a Jollibee. So I've kind of been trying to get these ones from the other countries just to put it in my collection. As a part of my collection is that I have the Thailand Mickey, right? Or I have the Jollibee from, I think they came from I want to say Puerto Rico, but I could be wrong.
I think you can get those from all different ones.
Philippines is where I think the Jollibee comes from. Well, it's actually an ad icon from the Philippines.
Yeah.
It's an ad icon from over there. So it's never been in the United States, but people get them anyways. I want to collect these, and that is a really awesome pop. He has the little sandals on his feet, just like they do over in the Asian countries. Really, really awesome pop. Really awesome pop.
Well, I like that they also used a little bit of the older look Mickey compared to some of the newer look Mickeys and stuff like that. It's more the older look black and white, and I just think it's really cool. I may actually consider getting this one just because, like I said, I think it's actually a cool looking Mickey pop.
I think I'm gonna have to go after that one. Sure enough, I mean, I think that's one of them I'm gonna have to go after now that I know that I can go to Corona's Toys and get it. I mean, you might as well. I want to say that it was supposed to have started off on the other side at 20 or 25. I mean, I can't really remember the price,
Yeah.
but it was higher than a normal pop. I mean,
So if that's going to be, if that's relatively around the same price,
yeah,
that when you're going to get it for, I mean, maybe easier just go Chrono Toys and just be done with it.
it's probably easier just to go that route. I got another controversial question for you.
What's up?
What do you think about the 12 Days of Christmas Funko has going on?
12 Days of Disaster.
What do you think? So I think they started it off with this promise that you were going to see a limited run in these, and then they suddenly like stopped.
Yeah, and I know we've got some people like Evan says he got they want to get the Chester Diamond, and Chase said he got the Optimus. I've been following it, and yeah, maybe it keeps you into it a little bit because I do kind of look forward to that email every week, every day to find out what the new ones are that are coming out. I mean, I'm not a person that's on my desk every single day, so of course there's some that I missed out on or whatnot. None that I'm heartbroken over by any means. But it's just one of these things. But it's just another way that Funko has realized these virtual 2:00 things give them sales spikes.
Yeah,
and it's really all I think it is. They figured out that it gives them sales spikes every single day. And now that they created this and they're like, okay, we've got something we can kind of pull people along every single day, and they'll do it. I think the only one that actually sold out today was Optimus.
Yeah, I don't really know. I kind of missed it, and it just for some reason it just didn't seem like they put that much on there to me. I know that the Chester cheese had already been recycled. The glowworm, everybody here knows that I love the glowworm, but in my eyes, it feels like he's recycled again. I mean, it feels like they just recycled him somewhere else. And the Optimus, it was to another recycled one, even though I know it's a different Optimus, right? It's like the Imperial Optimus, but they just released a metallic Optimus on Amazon. To me, is cooler than the one they released today. So I don't really like the 12 Days of Christmas. They kind of came us in. They kind of drew us all in with the 3,000 piece that they did on the noodles or Roodles. Let's not call them noodles. They're calling them Roodles. They kind of drew us all in on that and then just kind of stopped. And now they're I don't know. It just seems disjointed again. It feels like it's a lot of their cons.
Well, again, a lot of them, if you look at it, I mean, a lot of them's like Chester Cheetah, to be honest with you. The Mickey and Minnie gingerbread, I did end up picking those up because I just thought they were a little different and kind of cool. My wife liked them, so again, if my wife actually said she likes a pop, I'll get it all day long. But it's one of these things where it seems like some of these that have come through are like the Chester Cheetah, same exact mold that they already got. They're like, well, okay, what can we make different? Same thing. We rather choose something we already got. Let's make Chester Cheetah shiny.
Right, but you don't already have a Chester cheese, so I mean, I understand getting the Chester cheese if you didn't have one. I think I got lucky and grabbed one at FYE or Hot Topic or one of those when he first came out a long time ago. I kind of read some of those comments.
This one made me laugh.
Elijah, I appreciate it. I will, and I seen the Bearded Barbarians comment over there. I was kind of laughing about that as well.
I think deals are bad because on the shipping it could be more than the pop. I agree because again with these, especially since you're going quick, the Chester Cheetah, you didn't know if that was going to sell out or not. You're going quick and you're just grabbing the one, so of course you're paying for shipping on top of it.
Did anybody notice?
If I would have known that this would still been available right now, I would have gotten this and some more items to get to at least $50 to get free shipping.
Did anybody notice that they've upped their shipping prices? I noticed that last time I got them.
$6 or something now.
They went to $10, so it was $6. They went to $10.
I paid. Yeah, I think it depends on where you're going though. I paid $6 today.
Oh, well, mine went from here lately. I've been paying $10 if I order a single off of there, so I quit ordering singles.
I think
They
I think you just got marked on Funko's
They
website.
probably they as much as I complain to them, they probably got my name. You ever see like the stores when you walk in there and they have a picture of people and it's like, if you see this person, they probably got like a board somewhere that's got like WayneKo on there, and they're like, if this name comes up in an email,
Wayne's ordering again.
they're like just
the extra price.
They're like, just delete it, or they're like, charge him a markup real quick. so look,
and Elijah, you know it. Happy wife, happy life.
That's right.
The way it is. She liked the Mickey Minis. We got Mickey Minis.
That's right. That's right. So I don't know. I haven't been a big fan of the 12 Days of Christmas. They haven't done it for me. I don't know.
I mean, I mean, the only thing I would give it, I think Chase is set up there. It creates a little bit of excitement. To me, it's more not necessarily getting to the 2 o'clock thing, but getting that email midday to find out what the 3 they're going to release that day, and if I really want to waste my effort in getting over there. But I mean, it does create a little bit of excitement, but it's just a way for them to mark up their numbers before the end of the year, really.
Yeah, I mean, do you think they're going to do anything after the 12 days of Christmas? So is it the first 12 days of Christmas? Does that mean it's over tomorrow?
That's a good question. I don't even know when it started.
Or well, I mean, it didn't start on.
It said 12 days of Christmas, but all that really depends on what day they actually started this whole thing.
I mean, so does that mean like the 12 days before Christmas, or the 12 days in the first
12 days in the middle of the month somewhere?
Or does that mean like
before?
Do you just pick 12 days and just run with it? I mean, I don't know. I wish that they would quit feeling so disjointed when they did things. Did you see the 40-year-old version pops that they just came out with?
Yes, the only one that looks really weird is the hair one with the patches of hair taken off. That was just that was the only one that made me laugh. But I mean, it's a classic movie. I'm probably not going to jump on them personally myself, but
Zach, I haven't at this moment. When I get off of here, I check my messages and stuff, but I don't really check them while we're on here. I just at this point, it's just where I'm hanging out with y'all. You can throw the comment over there, or
where were you
check
on
it
our
when we get
red
up.
card?
Where was what?
Oh, I got mine already. Mine came in today.
I'm not trying to talk to you about red cards. I'm just gonna sit here and play with my razor, Chris, while y'all are talking about your red card.
As much as I dislike Chrome Pops, that red Mando is actually
pretty hot, ain't it?
Cool.
It's actually hot, ain't it? So
I strongly dislike Chrome Pops, but I think, and it's not even huge on it, but the big difference of not having completely chrome and at least keeping the visor black,
right,
makes a huge difference.
It's a hot pop. Look, it's about like when they did Yoda in all green. I had to pick up Yoda in all green because it was Yoda in all green, right? I mean, that's a hot pop. That's a pretty hot one. Have you seen that they're coming out with a new wave of the garbage pail kids?
Yes,
right? Garbage pail kids?
Just saw those tonight.
Were you a garbage pail kid collector when you were little? You were.
Well, I was a collector of. At the point of, I wasn't like, I think back then I didn't know what collecting was. And of course, there were stickers and we were kids. So we stuck those everywhere we could possibly find. But I bought them all the time at the comic book store or the baseball card shop for like $1 a piece, $1 a pack or something like that.
Zach, I would definitely have to get over there and check that out. The last time I seen a Jollibee, it was like $45 or $50. They were way up there. Have they put anything on their Twitter lately? At some point it's almost like they abandon one social media and go to another. Is there anything new on their Twitter right now? Have you checked that?
Where are we Twitter? Yes, I do have that up here. Let's go.
I tend to not check Twitter. I tend to go to the Instagram and protest that they abandoned one to go to another. My protests never work, by the way.
I have the garbage pail kids up here right now. This is where I just found it. I saw it. I was like, dude, that is awesome.
Well, I kind of found those in what we're going to call leaks, because it's funny that most leaks are like the day before they release them. So I knew about those yesterday. They're pretty cool. I mean, they're.
I mean, come on, it's gross, but I mean, Leaky Lindsay is freaking awesome.
They're kind of gross, and for that reason, I wouldn't go after them. They remind me of those jelly beans too much, and I'm just look. I'm not trying to like get down with that kind of stuff. I was never. Oh my god, so
I will
nasty.
never eat them again. I will
No,
never eat another one of these because I know
never.
we have said that this is absolutely I'll do hot challenges all day long. I will never eat another one of those again. That was the nastiest thing I've ever done.
Nasty. I mean, they are nasty. Looking when we were doing that, I actually expected it to be like a 50-50 mix, right? I mean,
No,
I expected to have like a break in
it was
between.
like an
Like,
80-20.
yo, I don't even know if mine was 80-20. It's more like 95-5 because I think I had 5 out of the whole thing that we ate that just weren't disgusting. Just disgusting.
I actually believe this, Barbarian. I actually believe there's some truth to this, actually.
Oh my god, yeah. I believe that one.
Yeah, J to K looks awesome. In fact, I think I remember all 4 of these in the cards. I think they're absolutely fantastic. And this could be a I accidentally clicked on that.
I'd already read it. Look, it's so good. That's gonna be on Techbot After Dark.
Yeah.
What else they got on there?
That's definitely one. I could see me trying to go after all of these. To be honest, another rabbit hole to go down, of course. But
I can't. They're just I can't. That is going to be the popabilities right there, and that's the box they come in. I really want one.
But here's the thing, though, that I don't like about it. Where'd it go?
Well, the box is pretty like plain. I wish that they'd have done something a little
Box
different.
is plain, and what I don't like is see the hairline. You can definitely tell it's just a stuck-on hair, like friggin' Mr. Potato Head.
Right, but this is what I'm
gaps.
This is what I'm going to say, though, Chris. I think that all of the pops are going to that. I think that the way I look at them and the way that they've been unboxing them lately and taking looks at them, it looks like all of the pops are take apart, right? It looks like the hair comes off. It looks like the arms come off. The torso comes off. The legs come off. I bet if I put it in hot water, and now that I'm saying this, I'm probably going to try it. I bet if you put it in boiling water, you could take the entire thing apart.
Possible.
From every piece. And that's I hate it that they're doing that, but I noticed that here lately, and I think I said that on one of our lives, that they look more and more like they're in pieces versus one solid piece. And I think that that's because they're going to smaller molds, but that's kind of dangerous to go to smaller molds.
I'm not gonna be dipping any of my Funko Pops to figure that one out.
I'll do it. I don't care. It's all right. Then I'll try and glue it back together.
Of course, we got the Baby Yoda stealing eggs.
Yeah,
still everyone's all upset about that. I'm like, dude, that's classic.
Well, you know,
of course, we got the shiny chested cheetah. We got this is today's items. We got this one is still available on the Funko site. Oh, I went too fast.
So that one's really cool.
We got the glow. We got the glowworm where you can get the chase because the chase has his face that glows and the star that glows, and then which is kind of like the original toy.
I guess I didn't realize that was 2 different ones, and which is funny, right? Because check this out.
Yeah, I see it right back behind you.
They already made him in the glow. I mean, he came.
Oh, the only difference I can see between that, actually, here's your only difference between that and the one you have.
The suit
outfit.
Yeah, the color of the outfit is the only difference. And to me, you just recycled the mold to make a different color in the outfit to sell it to me at some jacked up, outrageous price that I'm not getting into it. I'm just not. I'm not feeling
this Optimus sold out rather quickly.
Rightfully so. Rightfully so.
I wasn't going for him. I'm not hating the Transformers line. I'm just not huge on them.
I'm kind of like with you on that one. I'm not hating on the Transformers line. I really loved the Transformers growing up as a kid. I just didn't get into them, and because I didn't get into them, I'm not chasing them.
Right? They've already had way too many come out that I'm like, you know what? I'm not going back on it.
I do think at some point I'm going to go get the metallic Optimus Prime off of Amazon just because I think that it should have been made in metallic to begin with.
Yeah.
So at some point I might like venture over to Amazon.
Yeah, I know. Chase already got this one today. From because he posted a picture up on Instagram that he already got it. So, I mean, it looks like I said they look cool. I've just got too many rabbit holes I'm already going down, so I gotta be selective.
I think they released that one early though, didn't they? That one wasn't supposed to release
No,
today, was it?
Target has this thing they're doing for Christmas where kind of like the same thing Pop in the Box is doing, where every Friday they're announcing a new exclusive.
What do you mean? I didn't know that.
Yeah, let me bring it up real fast.
So every Friday they're just going to announce a new exclusive.
They've only got one more left.
So you just go there and pick up the new exclusive?
Yeah.
They don't tell you what it is on their site?
Not until Friday.
Well, that's garbage. So you have to go there on Friday to pick up an exclusive that you don't know what it is?
Well, I'm sure you can go on at night. I think it shows up on the website at like 2 or 3 in the morning.
So what's going to be the next one? Does anybody know what the next one's going to be? Because I might actually be interested in going.
Here's the ones they've done so far, and then of course this is next Friday.
Does it give you any clues on it, or
no.
I bet it's bullseye. I bet it's bullseye. I bet it's bullseye. Just as their last one, I bet that's what it is.
That I'm not sure, but yeah, they started with the Mr. Potato Head all jumbled up and went from there. But
oh no, Yessie Lou already broke my heart. Why did you do that to me?
What do you do?
It's gonna be
one is Bumblebee.
Bumblebee. God, I got all excited that I might be able to go get a 0. I've never been.
That's the rumor, but I also saw other people saying different ones for Starscream. So I mean, really, nobody truly knows. It's kind of like Reddit. Everyone kind of throws out their ideas of what it's going to be. But I mean, it could be something else.
It hopes one of them sticks.
To be 100% honest, because every one of them slightly different in their own way. Other than you got a robot turtle, and you got you got the Transformer. I personally don't think the next one's going to be Bumblebee because I don't think they're going to do 2 Transformers exclusives.
No,
that's just my own perspective.
I'm going to go there in hopes that it's 0. And y'all need to quit breaking my heart over there, telling me that it's not going to be 0 because I'm not listening to you any further. It's 0 from this point on. I'm going to make a whole video on how I'm going to pick up 0 next Friday.
I'm just going to skip past this because we'll be talking about this later on tonight.
Go on by it.
But these ones I love. In fact, I know right now Funko has them on sale, and I will probably be buying a bunch of them that I don't have yet. But I like the aliens. Like I said, Dave, for some reason, I don't know why, they make me smile. And
well, that's all that matters.
I like them. They're cool. Here's your My Chemical Romance.
Yes, look, my thoughts when I started collecting the albums is a lot like it was with the sodas. Right now, a lot of people still haven't jumped on the album, and I don't blame them. It has so many flaws that I could sit here and talk for the next 5 days on how many flaws this has. And if they don't fix it, it's going to be one of the worst collectibles they ever made. I mean, it will be one of the worst ones because, all right, I'll just go into it really quickly, though. That box that you see going around him has no kind of support on the top or on the side. So it's just a sleeve that plastic piece sits inside. Because of that, it separates from that sleeve. So it sits in my it's in my basement, but I need everybody to remember that I got dehumidifiers in my basement because I'm concerned at the amount of cardboard that I have in my basement, right? So I'm not being reckless, but it's pulling off of the case because there's nothing to hold it there. There's no plastic piece. There's no nothing. Now,
I always thought that would be a problem with the being damageability for them. Because you got such a box with a lot of empty space inside, which can break for a lot of bad corners and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's if they don't fix it, it's going to wind up being one of their worst lines yet. But I really like them. They're really awesome. They just fixed from the first to the second one. They came with the promise that you were going to be able to hang it on the wall right away. It came with pre-mounts. The first one didn't. So the biggie one, it doesn't have the holes in the back of the cardboard for you. And I'm going to call it cardboard because it's cardboard. It's not a box. It doesn't have the holes in the back for you to hang it on the wall. And so the second one, they actually put the holes in the back for you to mount it on the wall, but they still didn't fix the fact that it's going to separate from that piece. So I'm thinking that if somebody has a way of wrapping them, or they come out with some kind of protective sleeve, I mean, that's going to be the only way that those are going to have any kind of traction in the future. Because either that, or maybe you put it in a box and you hide it somewhere with lots of pressure on it so that it stays like that. And then later you pull it out and you're like, look at how minty mine is. It's worth bazillions. I don't know, but something to that effect is going to happen. And then it doesn't actually have the album on the inside. So they did 2 things that were kind of disappointing. I think that I wanted a 33 on the inside of that because I still listen to 45s. I don't know if you do, but I still have Beastie Boys, and I've still got some music that's just on 45s.
You're talking alien to me. I stream everything now. I don't have any CDs, nothing.
What do you mean? You don't have records?
Hell no.
What is wrong with you?
I never had records to begin with. I mean, that was, I remember them being around, but I never got into them. I mean, when I was growing up, it went straight from tapes to straight to CDs. And then
Oh man,
when the whole streaming hard drive stuff started up, and I was on the forefront with Napster, right up there. Everything went to hard drive for me.
Those records though, they have a sound that you just can't get out of your digital music or your CDs. I mean, it has to be on that 45. I mean, it just has to be. There's some of them that I will only listen to on my 45. Aerosmith. But anyways, I was kind of hoping that it had a 33 on the inside. It doesn't have a 33 on the inside, so it's basically a piece of cardboard with an image on it with a mini pop.
It would be cool to at least put like the CD or something like that in there. Yeah. But
so,
sorry, I had to go back to a comment real quick. Like I said, when do you think Pop in the Box is going to ship? I've done pre-orders many times with Pop in the Box, especially after it just came out. Like when I got the Ironheart, that took about 4 months. So. If you just pre-ordered it, I wouldn't expect to see it, to be honest with you, probably until about April. My experience.
Bearded Barbarian says I should go to the 8-track. Now I'm going to say something that's gonna. I would actually own an 8-track if I had a vehicle that was supposed to have an 8-track in it. So if I ever get an older vehicle, an antique that was supposed to have an 8-track in it, it will have an 8-track in it because that goes back to my 45s. That's just the way it was supposed to be.
This I think would be cool, but actually I think better if you're going to do it in pop. If you're going to do Beastie Boys, you got to do Intergalactic.
Yes, you definitely have to do Intergalactic if you're going to do Beastie Boys. Definitely have to do that.
Like I said, license it will be cool, but it doesn't transform into a pop as well. I think you got to go with Intergalactic because that would be awesome, and I would be all over that one.
I think that we're going to see them from everywhere because they've already let you know they went from Biggie to Black Sabbath. I mean, they already let you know right from the jump that they're not going to stay in any genre. They're not going to stay in any style of music. They're going to jump all over the place, however they want, whenever they want. And I think it just has a lot to do with their license agreements. As they get the license agreement, they're going to make it. I mean, and it's probably just who signs the paper first.
Yeah, pretty much. But like I said, I do like that they, like you said it. I think they're spreading those artists out. Because I think was it their first two went from Biggie to Black Sabbath. Then you got Linkin Park. You got the Black Parade. You got then Queen. You got Lil Wayne. So I think they're getting it all around. To be honest with you.
I don't see them ever sticking in one spot when it comes to that. And I really just believe it's just who signs the paper the fastest.
As a millennial, I enjoy streaming music.
Oh, man, Bearded Barbarian. We all know that you're like 80. We've got this figured out. We all know. we see that your pocket knife doesn't fit in your pocket, that you have to like carry a satchel.
I'm pretty sure Bearded earliest entertainment in his house was like the radio.
No. I bet it was those. It was a radio.
Everybody sat around the radio, just listened to little newscasts that came out, the detective stories.
Was it like the one on the Christmas Story where he had like the ranger that was giving you like the commentary?
Yeah, and then they had all the sound effects in the studio. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was there.
Hey. Talking about going back to the records, you're talking about radio. War of the Worlds, right? Do you remember that movie that I think Will Smith played in? They came out with that movie. That was originally
War of the Worlds was that wasn't Will Smith.
Well, somebody played in it. I can't remember.
Who was that? They say it was Tom Cruise, but
it could have been. But that was actually done on the radio, which later you could have bought it in a 45 if you can find somebody that still has that on a 45. And it's just a guy sitting on the radio talking about how the aliens are invading. And people really believe that this was going on because it was one of your first styles of entertainment. Really awesome. Just a backstory on that. Black and white tabletop.
I agree with you on this one, but I don't think it'll ever happen. I think they draw a line at a certain point, but I agree with you. And so, yes, I was right. It was Tom Cruise.
I don't really know that they've drawn a line with Snoop, but we haven't seen a Snoop pop. We haven't seen anything from Snoop. So I think that there's some kind of license agreement there that just
you think you're going to see the Snoop Dogg Doggy Style album.
Yeah, I mean, look, they have Tupac and Biggie and Eazy-E and Ice Cube. I mean, so there's Eminem, not Eminem. Snoop's not that far fetched, but there must be some kind of license agreement going on. I mean, something is going on that prevented that one.
Yeah, there's that Queen one. That one's pretty awesome.
That's pretty cool. I don't think that's their strongest one that they've done yet. It's okay.
I think Freddie here with the crown is pretty cool.
If they would have put him inside of it, that would have been pretty cool. But they got that robot thing on the inside of it, which it's still in the first 10 though.
Yeah, more Office Pops.
We need
stop Office Pops.
We need thousands of Dwights. If you don't have at least 15 Dwights in your collection, you don't have a collection.
I don't have a single Dwight. I don't have that big of office.
I have a couple of them. It's not 15.
Now, did you see these?
I did.
What the? I want The Shining.
Yeah.
What is Pale Man from? I can't remember what the hell Pale Man is from.
I don't know what either one of those are from.
I know I've seen him, but I can't remember where Pale Man is from right now. But this one is awesome. I mean, to get the chance for, especially since I have the regular and the chase of Jack Torrance, I think would be absolutely awesome to get. But
all of those are for sale now on Entertainment Earth.
Yeah, I gotta go on and grab them. Here's your 40-year-old virgin line. Like I said, this one where they did the hair on, that was just weird.
I've never watched the movie. I don't really know what, I mean, I guess the title tells me what the movie's about, but I don't know the backstory of it. I think that the two chase variances that they have there, or one of them's a chase variance, is
weak. It's just all they did is change the color of the action figure.
That is extremely weak. When it comes to a weak chase, I mean, that was a weak chase. I mean, they made a really weak one when they done that.
Got the Lucha Libres coming out. Hey, we got another Chester Cheetah.
We need at least 15 more of those too. They're going to figure out different ways to make them.
More sodas. This one I did kind of think this guy was kind of cool. I really would have liked to get the Captain Crunch too, but
as soon as I realized that he was a limited piece, I knew that it was never going to happen. They disclosed that one to everybody all at once. I knew that I was never going to be able to get it, so I didn't even try.
Yeah, the 3000 run is definitely on there. This is the one you thought was
yeah, the pins, they still look like pins. That doesn't look like a pin to you. Don't read any of the writing and just look at it and tell me that doesn't look like a pin.
No, I thought it was a pin too until I looked in the Funko app and saw it said it was a vinyl.
You gotta be not ADD to realize that, because at ADD I look at the image and go, "Yep, that's a pin," and I keep moving. It is not a pin.
Not a pin. Of course, then you always got Pokemon. I don't do Pokemon. Gummy bears. Oh, I didn't even see these. That's old school right there.
Yeah, that's a little bit before me. I don't really remember those all that well. Or maybe I just didn't watch them. I'm not real sure.
So this is actually I didn't realize this. So it is still kind of a thin pop.
Yeah, look at it. That's a pin. It was supposed to be a pin. It was supposed to be a pin, and somebody said, "Man, we'll make that out of plastic, and everybody will buy it."
Oh, this is that one everyone was talking about, that Conan as Wonder Woman.
Yeah, I don't really understand the Conans neither.
I don't do Conans. I mean, like I said, and then of course we got
fire this one right there. Look at that fire beauty.
We got this one, of course.
Oh, look at that beauty right there. All you need is a Target credit card, and you can get one.
Target red card.
Yeah, I think I'll just wait until they release it to me spring of next year.
Moff Gideon's not bad.
Moff Gideon. I've never really gotten into a lot of the side characters of Star Wars.
He's got the saber.
Oh, and that's the part that messes with you, is I've never really gotten into the side characters, but I think I'm going to.
I want him just because he's, and mind you, 6 weeks ago I would have had no idea what the hell that saber was if it wasn't for JKL. Now that I know what that saber is, I want this Funko Pop just because he's got the saber.
It changes the whole way you look at Star Wars, right? I mean, because now you know a little bit more about it and a little bit more about the story.
I think it just, like I said, adds to it. Oh, they're not doing Mando.
Yeah,
Pez.
they did the Mando Pez with the child combo, and I don't even know where you buy it. You probably got to go to box lunch where everything's cheerful and everyone's happy, and I need pigtails to be in there, and
Oh, you can only get the Moff Gideon with a shirt combo.
I'm okay with that though. I don't. Do you wear their shirts? I don't wear their
Oh
shirts.
yeah,
I have a
oh, yeah.
couple of their shirts, and I haven't worn
Dude,
them.
I'm not gonna show because I haven't released that video yet. Dude, the new shirt in the collector core box is pretty awesome.
But what if the shirt becomes valuable? Then what do we do? They now look. I'm gonna dog that one out. So I mean, you might want to just click.
This is exactly the same as another one.
It's exactly the same as one of them they had in a con back 2 years ago in 2018 or 2018. So it was 2019. I can't really remember. Throw a comment over there if you know. It's 2018 or 2019. That came from the San Diego con. The only difference is he wasn't using his jetpack. He was standing there, had the exact same gun in his hand, the exact same everything. Then they made it like this. And then they also made this one where he's holding the child. Then they also made this one where he's holding his rifle. I mean, they've used this pose just with different things in his hand 3 times now, and they recycled that one at least twice. So that gets into that. I don't need 15 Mandos. Give him to me in a different way. Give him to me on one of the give him to me in the Razor Crest. I mean, let's talk to me. Give him to me.
Hold on. I just noticed this. There's a glow in the dark Obi-Wan, and you have to be picked to purchase. Only 3,000.
How do I get picked to purchase Obi-Wan? Because
Who do I have to pay off to get picked?
That's what I'm talking about. How do I how do I get into that one? How do I get into the Obi-Wan Kenobi?
That would be an awesome one right there.
But they've just done that too many times, and they need to quit. Now you're talking my language with the Dumb and Dumber. So I am actively waiting on those guys to come in the mail from the whole like where you'd spend $75 and you get one. And here we go with the child again. You really like my soapbox today, don't you? We've got the child recycled now for the 15th time in a different pose. In the same pose. I said different pose. He should have been in a different pose. In the same pose.
Shawarma box. I'm all over these ones. I've already got it pre-ordered.
Hey, look, I'm going to be excited to see how it looks when you get them all put together. I'm not actively going at them, but I'm just not that big of a fan, though. I mean, if I was that big of a fan, I would be actively going after them. If they did something like this with Star Wars, I would actively be going after it. But I'll be excited to see how yours looks when you get them all.
Yeah, I'm going to put them together. I didn't get the Avengers Assemble one, but this one, because it was a end credit. It was, to me, this was a scene that was thought after the movie was even made. They made everyone come back just to film this small little clip of everybody not even saying a thing. To me, it's got a classic point in the Marvel universe, and it rung a note with me, and I was like, I have to get this pop. I think this is fantastic.
Well, no, I think it's awesome that it's Bruce Banner. I used to really enjoy watching the whole Incredible Hulk when I was a kid, and it was Luke Ferrigno. But I mean, they kind of got away from like that and made the Hulk a bigger than life person or a bigger than life thing.
Do you realize how fast these have sold out of pre-orders?
Golden Girls, I can only imagine. I was talking about these the other day too. The Golden Girls, I think everybody at some point were sitting at their grandparents' house. They were watching Golden Girls. Then your parents were watching Golden Girls. So it became one of those things where you knew who Blanche was, you knew who Rose was, you knew who. That's the only ones I know.
I was partially thinking of, because I've got a family member who's a big Golden Girls fan. It's like, I should be able to get those just fine. Dude, I can't find them. They're sold out. Pre-orders are completely sold out.
I have honestly thought about getting them for myself just because it's a childhood memory, right? And Funko's really good about bringing back childhood memories, and that's one of them.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, and that's one of them. G.I. Joe is off the chain.
G.I. Joe, they're starting to do a lot more G.I. Joe, definitely. And then, of course, the breaking of a lot of hearts, although we did find out earlier from one of our chat members, looks like they're going to restock this into next year.
I'm sure they are, and I don't know. I say that they are, but maybe they're not. Click on that Fred and Flintstone real quick. I have honestly thought about doing this. So while we're sitting here, y'all can tell me that if there's 2 people in the crowd willing to do this. I've honestly thought about doing a whole like this pop's better than that pop and having 2 people debate it out. as to why this pop's better than that pop. I know they're doing like some kind of spoof.
They're doing a cereal debate.
No one, but they're doing a spoof on like the presidential. We don't care about that. We're doing this pop's better than that pop because of this, and this is why you should elect that pop. I think it was a really cool idea. I think Fred won though.
I think it's cool. And I would say Fred won. I mean, Free Pebbles was way better than Cocoa Pebbles.
Fred won that one. That's why I love that debate that they did there. I watched that debate and I thought that was really awesome. And I thought, man, somebody else should like do that on a different level.
And I think everybody needs to get a Richard Simmons in their collection, or Russell Simmons.
I think so.
Richard Simmons.
Richard Simmons. I totally agree with you. Everybody needs one, and you need to like hear his voice while you're like looking. Oh, they did him in 2 different versions so far. So there's that one and another one, and they're just kind of out there somewhere.
Yeah,
they're kind of out there somewhere.
But there's a lot of different stuff, and like I said, I pulled up the Instagram too. But I mean, really, the Instagram's not showing too much different. And to me, I think they're actually keeping up with their Twitter a lot more than they normally do on anything else. But then again, by January, they could be going back to Instagram. So Funko is so up and down right now with what they are doing as far as where their social post is going. I mean,
yeah, that's kind of been a problem, right? We've talked about that is the fact that they stay on one site for a while, like their blog. They were really on top of their blog for a while, and then they dropped the blog and started Instagram, and then they were really on top of Instagram, and now it feels like they've dropped Instagram and went to Twitter. So I don't, whoever is running their social media campaigns is ADD or something, and they just like switch up all the time. They're probably worse than me when it comes right down to it.
Hold on, we just got some info in here. Chase said, I'm trying to see if this is actually true before we give you this information.
Yeah, he said something about Star Wars Celebration. I don't know if it's a Star Wars.
Yeah, there's a website, and I might as well bring this up while I have it. Let me get rid of this overlay. So Star Wars Celebration. You got Star Wars Fan Celebration, and start shopping. So is this where you get signed up for? Is this the Obi-Wan? I'm assuming. Because if there's a glow-in-the-dark Obi-Wan, that would be awesome.
Well, I mean, my luck, I'm not going to be able to get it no matter what I do.
Especially if there's only 3,000.
Yeah, I mean, that's one of those. Is who do you have to pay off to get it? So, do you have that? Is that up right now? Yeah, you do have that up right now. So I didn't even know that they had a website that was called Star Wars Celebration. So how do you even find these things out?
We reference the chat.
That's right. We reference you guys that are always willing to help us out. We appreciate it. Oh,
I would have never known about this unless somebody just put this up. But again, I'm not that big of a Star Wars fan, but I would if there was a way to get a glow in the dark Obi-Wan. Oh yeah, I'd be all over that. I mean, that just sounds cool.
Well, I'm sure that there has to be something on that tells us that this is this is how you enter it, or this is.
Yeah, I didn't see anything on it, to be honest with you. Maybe let me do one more thing. I know I just took it down, but let me see if I put it in Funko and see if it. Holy crap! I actually got to bring that back up now.
Did you miss it? How did you miss it?
I just found it though.
What do you mean you just found it? Sounds like you're making stuff up right now.
Funko Obi-Wan Kenobi pop for $20. Says
so what was it under? When you're on the site, what is it under? Is it?
I just typed in. I went search and I went Funko. I just typed in Funko.
Oh, so you just like searched on the site Funko.
So click here to enter for your chance to purchase a Star Wars Celebration exclusive Obi-Wan Kenobi glow-in-the-dark Funko Pop. This exclusive Funko is limited to 3,000 pieces and is only available for Star Wars Celebration.
So does it tell you how you got to enter to
Did you have to pay the $20 to get entered into it?
What?
Or oh no, how do you? Yeah, that's a you've won. You're a winner.
So if you scroll down a little further, it looks like if you'll click on there, how do I enter? There's something there somewhere
Oh,
that
click
says
here to enter. Here
that's
we
right.
go.
But you're gonna find out that you can't enter until the 15th of this month. So they've kind of got like a date on there that says that you can only enter at this
Now,
point.
no, it says now through December 17th.
Right, but keep scrolling down. It's gonna say come back.
Oh, come
Back.
back on 12/15.
Yeah, come back on the 15th to enter. So I guess that they've already like sold out, maybe, or
Or
yeah,
sold so many.
right. I mean, or they just don't have any more to give away at this point. I mean, that's gonna be my guess, but you can't like enter.
Or they spread it out. They said
Right.
well, here's 1,000 for this section, here's 1,000 for that, and then they come back after 12/15 for the next, because obviously they have more for your next chance to enter to win.
Garbage. Garbage again.
That's a cool looking pop though. If you can get your hands on one of those,
You probably can if you go to eBay and pay somebody $10,000.
Oh, you know the value of that pop. You know the value of the pop is going to go up ridiculous, dude. But the fact that there's only 3,000 pieces.
Right. It's gonna go up through the
I
roof.
may keep this on the side, and I may
I
actually take my chance
I
on.
am going to keep that on the side, and I am actively going to take my chance in trying to get him.
I'm for sure gonna. I'm gonna wait till the 15th. I'm gonna keep that. Of course, you know me and my. You always give me a hard time because my screen. I know I don't have that one up here right now, but my main screen I have like 30 tabs open.
You trigger me with all the tabs you have open. So, what do you have going on this week? Anything going on this week other than Techbot After Dark?
I got Techbot After Dark tonight. Really, I've been trying to. I've had so much going on in my personal life lately, and trying to figure out a new normal. And for that, like I think I only released one video this week, but I am actively working this week to try to come up with a new norm on my videos to be able to actively put these out better for you guys, and also do the things that I have to do during the week. So just coming up with a new process. I know, of course, probably you guys have all seen them because a lot of people have already unboxed it. But I do have my collector core coming out. I do have another one that I actually recorded a little while ago that I just got to finish editing. And that's got some stuff. I've actually got a box I'm staring at right now that says Funko all over the side of it.
Oh, they put Funko back on it.
Yep. And I know I got some that didn't say Funko on it. So I've got a whole box here to open up and get to. So I got a lot of things. I got stuff coming from Funkos. I got band boxes coming up soon. I've got an Entertainment Earth box that I have no idea what I ordered because I completely forgot. And so there's a lot of stuff to come. I just got to rework my whole process of how to get these out. So guys, bear with me. I know I usually try to do 2 videos a week, but just bear with me to get through this process on creating a new norm for myself.
It's funny you say that because I only made 1 video this week, and I'm normally 2 weeks in ahead. Right now, I'm only a week ahead. I only did 1 of them. I haven't had a funk this week, just in a little bit of a funk.
And it's the end of the year. There's a lot going on for everybody, things like that. So it's I work night shifts, and it's the weeks have still been going by quick. Weeks keep going by too damn fast.
Older you get, the faster they go. Ask Bearded Barbarian, he'll tell you.
Yeah, he remembers as a kid. You remember when you ran and you had that stick with the loop that you ran behind and you kind of rolled it? Yeah, that I think that was Barbarian's first toy.
I wonder if he's still in here. You think he's still in here? I think he's listening. I think he's still.
No, he's in here.
He's still in here. So my next week videos are going to be, I got some Hot Topic that was from Black Friday. I got a video coming from, I got a package from JKL and Chase's Kingdom. So I got that one coming, I think, Tuesday. So that was a pretty awesome video. I really appreciate y'all sending it over, guys. I always appreciate anything you guys send over. So that was really cool. And then I've got my collection video that's going to be coming not next week, but the week after that. It's going to be a really long video. I don't know how happy I am with it. So y'all will have to tell me in the comments how happy y'all are with it. I've changed up the way I'm editing a little. I didn't like the shake in my camera. There's a lot of things that I think I've been in a funk about lately. So y'all will just have to tell me what y'all think about them.
Yeah, I do also. I mean, I even have. I still gotta look at all the footage. I gotta put it up on the computer. But I did go out to Magic Kingdom this Wednesday. If any of you guys saw my Instagram, I did do a quick little live session from there. So took the family out, did a little family day. So I didn't do live. I didn't do the whole live thing like I did at Epcot recently. But we filmed and we had fun and we went from there. So that's some more stuff because I'm just trying to change it up. Give everybody a little bit of everything.
Oh, Bearded Barbarian said he is posting every day this year. Okay, I didn't.
He's doing the advent calendar.
I didn't do that this year. Last year, I got so stressed out trying to do that. I was getting up at 4 o'clock in the morning so that I could do the advent calendar and then get dressed to go teach at the high school. So then I would do that, try and get it edited, try and get it posted, then go teach it. And then by the time I got home from swim, because I was coaching swim as well, I was wrecked. And I said I wasn't doing that this year. It just was not happening this year. But look, I give you much credit for doing it.
I consider doing it because I did it last year, but I did it instead of doing it on the YouTube. I did all my videos on Instagram, and still, it's like you get through, you have a long day, and you're like, oh man, I gotta go film a quick video real fast and stuff like that. And it's just like it just got to be a little lot. I mean, there's already a lot going on in December at holiday time, so it did end up being a lot of stuff, but
It really is pop the heat. So I'm a school teacher. I'm also coach a swim team, and then I do this on the side. So I stay pretty busy. 99.
Jack of all trades over there.
99.9% of the time. Before that, I owned a couple of tattoo parlors, and then here we are. Here we are.
Which is why he's gonna tattoo Wormy on him.
Not on me. I'm not. That's a horrible mistake. People talk about like tattooing on themselves. It's so dumb. Dumbest thing that you'll ever want to do. You can't control like yourself from pulling back. It's God's natural instinct of your body to tell you to pull away from pain. It's a horrible idea. Horrible.
I've got 3, and I would like to add more, but it's crazy how pain is actually addictive.
Well, I still got some buddies that are like hardcore doing it. They're just, I'm from Georgia. So at some point I'm going to get a lot more work done on one of my arms because I've got a lot of cover-ups I want to do from decisions when I was a kid. So I've got a lot of ink that's still going to go down.
Yeah, I got a whole coat of arms over here. So
yeah, I mean, at some point, well, I've got these big ass wings on my back that like stretch from here and come all the way down like into my butt.
Yeah, so you also got a monkey's butthole.
The dumbest decision that I ever made in my entire life. That was the most painful tattoo that I have ever gotten. Just in case anyone wants to know, your back sucks from beginning to end.
Take it easy, Elijah.
Have a good one, guys. So, we're gonna see.
Oh wait, actually, that's a good question. Have you ever sneezed when tattooing?
No. So look, I could do like a whole like week-long video just on talking about tattooing and the story. So I have, and for anybody who's like sensitive real quick, you should probably like put some earmuffs on. I have this squirrel that is stuffed. So it's a stuffed squirrel. And he has like a dress on. He has a dress. Remember what I said? He has a dress. So my stuffed squirrel's name is Larry. And I used to keep Larry at my booth, like right behind me, just close enough, just far enough away that when you were talking to me and you were sitting down and I was getting a stencil on, you didn't really pay Larry any attention. But as we got to tattooing and you were getting bored, you would look over and you would see Larry and you'd be like, what is that taxidermied squirrel sitting there? And then I would give people this whole like story on how Larry was a stuffed squirrel that was a gangster. And then he got shot and people, you could see the terror instantly come over their face. They just sat down with somebody that was out of their mind. It was so much fun. It was so much fun to do. It's a really fun job, but after you like hurt your back, it becomes really hard to do it when you're sitting in one position all the time. But
I imagine if you hurt your back, you don't realize how much you use your back in doing it, especially different positions that people have to lay in to get it done or something like that.
I mean, a lot of times a crazy position the artist has to get into. I mean, you'd just be amazed at what kind of crazy position you're trying to put yourself in sometimes. And it's just really hard on your back. And especially when you've like hit a tree at 70 miles an hour. I mean, it's really hard on you. It's a lot of fun though. A lot of fun. A lot of fun. Still got a lot of great.
Why does Larry the tattoo have a dress?
Why did Larry was a cross-dressing squirrel? What do you mean? Why did he have a dress? It was a pretty simple story. Hey, look,
we already got some clients for you, buddy.
Justin lives right down the road from me. I'm not tattooing anymore. I get that question all the time.
You're retired. Retired.
I still got all of my equipment. All of my equipment's gonna stay put up. That's just where it is. It's just gonna stay there.
Well, like I said, before we go, we have a Patreon giveaway next week. I have not picked mine just yet. I've been having a rough time choosing because now that there's money to be able to put into these things, I want to be able to get you guys good stuff. So it takes me a little bit to go, okay, what are we gonna find for everybody? So that is coming up next week for both of us, and so stay tuned if you want to get involved in the.
I don't know. It was fun.
I
don't know. It was a fun conversation.
If you guys want to get involved in trying to get a great pop for a cheap price, hit up our Patreons. We both have 2 separate Patreons, so there will be 2 different giveaways next week. So definitely hit up the Patreons, show support. We'd always appreciate it. And again, you can get a pretty cool pop for pretty cheap. So it's our appreciation. We want to be able to get you guys some good stuff. We didn't want to do giveaways with cheap pops because you can get that stuff anywhere. But we want to do something a little bit different for you. But definitely in the description down below has links to both of our Patreon accounts, as well as all of our communication items. Follow us on Instagram. And I think the only thing we have not put up there is I haven't updated your Facebook page, which I do.
My Facebook page has like 3 people following me on Facebook.
Hey, everyone, follow Wayne on Facebook. We need to get his followers up. Also, don't forget to go to Jesse Luke Comics and Pop. Show your love over there. He is close to 300 subs, so let's show him some love. But otherwise, 9 o'clock tonight, Techbot After Dark. I do have a special guest coming on board tonight, and it is the human fact checker himself, JKL.
JKL.
I figured no better guy to talk about the fantastic news from the Disney investors meetings than JKL.
JKL it is.
So that's all we got. We have anything else? Anybody got anything else? Any other weird tattoo squirrel questions? Bearded.
Everyone needs a taxidermy squirrel. What do you mean? Everybody needs one of those.
We need to do a Funko Pop with a taxidermy squirrel.
You just need a taxidermy squirrel. It's just one of those things you need.
But other than that, that's all we have for you guys. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button down below if you have not done so. Also, hey, don't forget to hit that like button. Show some support, show some love. Otherwise, we'll see you again here this time next week.
Have a good one, guys.
Take it easy. Later.